Imagine spending 6 weeks eating less, turning down takeaways, going to the gym, trying to do everything right, only to step on the scale and see exactly the same number. At that point, most people start thinking one of three things. My metabolism is broken. This diet doesn't work. Or my personal favorite. My body must somehow defy the laws of physics. But here's the truth. If you're eating less and you're not losing weight, one of 7 things is probably happening. And once you understand them, the fix is usually much simpler than you think. Let's start with the biggest one. Reason number 1. You're not actually in a calorie deficit. Now, before you get angry, hear me out. This doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you're lying. It means you're human. Humans are terrible at estimating calories. That tablespoon of peanut butter? The one you measured with your heart instead of a spoon? Yeah, that's not a tablespoon anymore. Then there's cooking oil, sauces, drinks, the handful of nuts while making dinner, the bites of food that don't count. Unfortunately, your body counts all of them. And here's the really sneaky part. Most people are incredibly disciplined Monday to Friday. Then Saturday arrives, a takeaway, a few drinks, a dessert, and suddenly half the week's deficit has disappeared. The fix? Track properly for 2 weeks. Not forever, just 2 weeks. A food scale will teach you more than months of guessing. Reason number 2. Water retention is hiding your progress. This one catches almost everyone. Your body weight can fluctuate several pounds in a single day without gaining a single pound of fat. Think about that. You can do everything perfectly today and still weigh more tomorrow. Why? Water, salt, stress, poor sleep, hard training, carbohydrates. They can all affect how much water your body holds. The scale doesn't know the difference between fat and water. It just shows weight. That's why daily weigh-ins can be misleading. Instead, weigh yourself every morning and track the weekly average. The trend matters. The daily number doesn't, because sometimes you're losing fat perfectly. The scale just hasn't caught up yet. Reason number 3. Your body has adapted. Your body is smarter than you think. When calories stay low for a long time, your body becomes more efficient. You move less, you fidget less, you burn fewer calories without even realizing it. The deficit that worked 3 months ago might not be the same deficit today. And this is where people make a huge mistake. They immediately slash calories lower, then lower again, then lower again, until they're surviving on coffee and sadness. Don't do that. Sometimes the smarter move is a short diet break, a week or 2 eating around maintenance calories, then return to the deficit. Fat loss is a marathon, not a punishment. Reason number 4. You're losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. And honestly, this is a good problem to have. Let's say you lose 3 pounds of fat. At the same time, you gain 2 pounds of muscle. The scale only shows a 1-pound drop. But your body looks completely different. Your waist gets smaller. Your clothes fit better. You look leaner. Yet the scale barely moves. This is why the scale should never be your only measurement. Take progress photos. Measure your waist. Pay attention to how your clothes fit. Because sometimes the mirror is telling a very different story from the scale. Reason number 5. You're not eating enough protein. Most people think protein is only for bodybuilders. It's not. Protein helps preserve muscle while dieting. It helps keep you full. And when you're trying to stay in a calorie deficit, feeling full is a massive advantage. Think about it. It's pretty easy to accidentally eat 600 calories of chocolate. It's much harder to accidentally eat 600 calories of chicken breast. Protein naturally makes dieting easier. A good target for most people is around 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. You don't need perfection. You just need consistency. Reason number 6. Your sleep is sabotaging your fat loss. And honestly, this might be the most underrated thing on this entire list. When you don't sleep enough, you get hungrier. Cravings increase, energy drops, decision-making gets worse. Ever noticed how healthy food sounds a lot less exciting when you're exhausted? Exactly. Suddenly the takeaway sounds amazing. The chocolate bar starts calling your name, and the gym becomes optional. Poor sleep makes fat loss harder than it needs to be. If you're sleeping 5 hours a night and wondering why progress is slow, start there. Sometimes the best fat loss strategy isn't a new diet. It's going to bed earlier. And finally, reason number 7. Your expectations are wrong. Social media has completely destroyed people's understanding of fat loss. We see 6-month transformations compressed into 30 seconds. We see influencers claiming they lost 10 pounds in a week, and we start believing that's normal. It isn't. Real fat loss is usually boring. A healthy rate of fat loss is roughly 0.5% to 1% of your body weight per week. And even then, progress isn't linear. Most people expect this. Down, 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 down. Reality looks more like this. Flat, 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 drop, flat, drop, flat, drop. Many people are making progress for weeks before the scale finally shows it. And this is where most people fail. Not because the diet stopped working. Not because they have bad genetics. Not because their metabolism is broken. They fail because they quit too soon, right before the results appear. So let's put everything together. If you're eating less and not losing weight, work through these 7 things. Are you actually in a calorie deficit? Is water retention hiding progress? Has your body adapted? Are you gaining muscle while losing fat? Are you eating enough protein? Are you sleeping enough? And have you given the process enough time? Because most people don't have a fat loss problem. They have a tracking problem, a patience problem, a sleep problem, or a scale problem. The scale is a tool, not a judge. It gives information, nothing more. And if you're consistently eating in a deficit, training, prioritizing protein, sleeping well, and staying patient, the results will come. Because that's how human physiology works. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. Which of these 7 reasons do you think is holding you back the most? And if you want simple, science-based fitness advice without the nonsense, subscribe to NoBSFitness. No gimmicks, no detoxes, no magic supplements, just what actually works. And in the next video, we're tackling one of the biggest myths in fitness, your metabolism, what it actually is, and why most people completely misunderstand it. I'll see you there.